What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lunch Break Podcast. It's me, Kyle, here with my buddy
David.
We're here. We're doing Lunch Break After Dark. This is episode 2. We're actually after hours with a couple of cold Coors Lights. Cheers, David. As promised, episode 2 is about it's a really good episode because it's close to Christmas and we wanted to do something special. And this episode's on necrophilia. Lunch Break Podcast. Now, necrophilia, you know anything about that, David? You know what it is?
I just know it's doing something with dead bodies, man.
Necrophilia is described as, it's necrophilia, also known as necrophiliasm, necroleginia, necrocoitus, necrochilesis, and thanatophilia.
Let's just say that you're fucking dead bodies.
It's a sexual attraction or sexual act involving a corpse.
Okay, it's pretty dark.
I mean, everybody's heard of it. Nobody thinks too much about it.
Yeah, this is something that's never really talked about.
You wouldn't want to think too much about it. I'm reading a lot of this. My research has been mainly Wikipedia, but don't go Googling Wikipedia necrophilia. You don't want that in your history. Let me do it for you.
Your boss at work is like,
Yeah.
We have a sick bastard
for work
here.
Searches. There's been a history of it throughout time. Like in the ancient world, they would accuse a lot of sailors bringing like bodies home from wars and stuff. Like this is ancient time, old ships like Christopher Columbus type era and older.
What's up with this dude's mouth, bro? What were you doing? He's got fucking semen. You
That
got
might be
semen
where the
coming out
term-
of semen, bro.
That might be where the term semen came from.
That's disgusting.
So, yeah, even farther back, ancient Egypt, they used to let the bodies of beautiful, like, women that had passed away, died, whatever, they'd let them decay for 3 days before they sent them to the embalmer because they were afraid that they would...
Find out they were sleeping with them?
It's sleeping with the dead bodies, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, those Egyptian chicks were hot, though. I mean, I don't want to judge too much.
The smell, though.
Early on, there shouldn't be much of a smell. That's why they let them decay for a while, so that the smell would stop you from being a sick freak.
I guess so.
You think there's, like... when you think of necrophilia, you'd think it's just one thing, right?
I think it's just having sex with dead bodies, man.
There's more to it than that. There's different classifications. You've got role players. Those are people who get aroused from pretending their live partner is dead.
Okay, so how does this work?
I guess you ask
like...
your girl or your guy to lay still, not move, try not to breathe.
Okay, so I just want you to pretend, just take this from the top. Listen here, okay? I've always wanted to do this. We've been together for quite some time.
I feel like I can open up to you, baby.
I just want to open up. I just have a thing for dead bodies, but I don't want to have a sex with a dead body for real. I just
want to pretend.
Just pretend, okay?
Let's use our imaginations here.
So how about you just lay down, don't breathe.
I've always wished you were dead. Let's make this happen.
You drive me fucking crazy, so you can just pretend you're dead, and I'll pop a boner and have sex with you.
There you go. And that's role-playing necrophilia.
Can you do that for me?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like my bag, but to each his own. That one's fair. Like
that sounds more like
nobody
rape.
Gets hurt. No, I mean if the person's a willing participant, it's just
you raped her. No, bro, it was necrophilia role play. Okay, I did not rape her.
Baby, we need to spice things up. Can you pretend you're dead, please? Okay. That one, no victims, really. That's just weird.
No, that's just fucking kinky shit.
Alright, next classification is romantic necrophilia.
Okay, so how the hell is
What do you think that might mean?
I don't know. You fucking, like, what? Put some you put a bouquet of roses in her fake dead hands?
This is bereaved people after their spouse has died who remain attached to their dead lover's body.
Okay, so you're in love with somebody, they die, and you kind of maybe still think they're
You
alive.
keep the body around for a week and keep sleeping with it. Yeah.
Oh man. So I'm just gonna go buy a heater and stick it between your thighs, and we'll call it good. You're still alive.
Pretty much. Let's get one more week out of this thing. Till death do us part, I don't think so. Till death plus 1 week.
Till death plus 1 week. You're not dead yet to me, baby.
Sounds romantic. Our love can never die.
Our love will never die. No matter if your flesh is rotting off your bones.
I'm into zombie shit.
I'm still gonna give it to you.
I like zombie movies. This could work. All right. Category 3. Necrophiliac fantasizers. That one's pretty clear cut.
That one's so... You just... Instead of imagining some kind of weird porn you're into, you're just imagining fucking a dead body.
Jerking off to thinking about having sex with dead bodies, but never actually going through with it.
But maybe, what is if that leads to going through?
I was gonna say that sounds like step 1.
That's like when you start off as a kid and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna kill this cat.
I think this one is step 1, and then the role playing is like step 2, and then step 3 is actually.
You might have an issue.
You've got issues.
You definitely got issues because.
I mean, we're not here to judge on this podcast, but that's a pretty obvious issue.
That's... I'm gonna judge that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna fuck a dead body...
If you're gonna think about it...
What did your daddy do to you?
I mean, though, what if... okay, let's say... Who's a super hot, famous person to you?
Who's the girl who fucking played in... those movies where those people fucking got stuck in that real dome and they had to kill each other till the end. What the hell is her name?
The Maze movies?
No, it was that woman. She always shot with a bow.
Oh yeah, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
God, what is her name?
Not Jennifer Aniston.
It's Jennifer...
Jennifer something, maybe?
Let's look it up.
Oh, what is her name?
I need this to make my point.
I can't think of it. I have a big crush on her, though.
Okay, where are you?
Let's see, we're looking up the Hunger Games right now.
The Hunger Games, 2012. Her name... She actually had some hacked photos come out. I never looked those up 5 times.
Oh, yeah, you never looked those up 5 times, didn't you?
No.
I bet that's not in your search history.
No, I deleted that. Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Okay.
Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, okay.
I have a big thing for her. She's beautiful.
I should save this.
I would never sleep with her dead body, by the way.
I'm going to save that. Let's remember Jennifer Lawrence for a minute.
Okay.
But we'll save it for one of these other categories. So we talked about necrophiliac fantasizers. Then there's tactile necrophiliacs, people who are aroused by touching or stroking a corpse without engaging in intercourse.
So what, do they just jerk off to a dead corpse?
No, they don't. It's not that. They like rub the body. Like...
But if they're aroused, okay, so
stuff.
what happens if you're aroused? Okay, so let's just say that you brought a woman over, and she's just laying in your bed, and you're rubbing her, and you're like, you get aroused, right? What's the next step? You're fucking either jerking it or sleeping with her.
This is another...
So you know that the tactile necrophiliacs are jerking it to that dead body.
Look, I didn't do anything, I just touched her, yeah, right.
Yeah, Billy. Right, bro, what is... Your DNA is all over her tits.
Well, yeah.
What do you expect, bro? She's hot. But hold on. Let's, before we dig deeper into this, you know that they're jerking off to these dead bodies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You can't tell me that they're just aroused.
I mean, it's a... I don't know who came up with these classifications, but...
Who discovered... I want to know who discovered these. Like, did somebody just walk in on their, like, brother... And there's like a dead girl in her bed.
It's like, listen, bro, there's different classifications.
Bro, don't tell mom. Don't tell mom.
You don't need to tell mom. I'm just a tactile necrophiliac.
I just rub her body and I get aroused, okay? You watch porn on your phone.
It's the same thing.
I get aroused by dead bodies. I didn't kill her.
To each his own, man.
I found her in a car wreck on the road. Her hands may be gone.
Live and let live, except for her. She's dead. She might have liked it. I don't know. Who am I to say?
Just don't tell mom, bro.
Just please don't tell mom.
I'll tell her where you were watching on HBO.
Okay, so another weird category. I mean, I don't know what. There's no excuse.
I want to know who fucking comes up with these, dude.
I mean, they had to have witnessed it, and then like psychologists and scientists classify it.
Yeah,
and
they're like,
break it
okay,
down.
so imagine that conversation. All right, Kyle. So let me get this straight. you found this dead body.
Yeah.
You're just rubbing up on her.
Yeah.
And you get a boner from it. And you don't do anything with the body.
Exactly.
You're just sexually aroused by dead people.
Yeah.
You must be a fucking tactile necrophiliac.
I'm so glad I can finally define it.
You're okay.
I never knew.
Life can go on. You can go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, take these pills. You're
Take
fine.
these pills.
Go back out into the public. You're good.
As long as you're not killing them before you jerk off, you're fine.
All right, let's see. We got another category here. This is a tough word for me to say. Fetishistic. What a dumbass word that is. Like, that's a word that's made to make you not be able to say.
Okay, so if somebody made this word up to make this word up about necrophilia.
It's just, I mean, fetishistic, that must have other meanings because it's just like fetish
Yeah,
type
no matter
stuff.
what, you could have a fetish for
Fetishistic
anything.
necrophiliacs. Like, try to say that.
Fetish. I just keep thinking
Cheddar biscuits.
I keep thinking of feta cheese. Now I'm fucking hungry and we're talking about dead bodies.
That's a whole nother podcast. That's
No.
what's that called? Cannibalism.
Cannibalism.
Fetishistic necrophiliacs. These are people who remove objects. It says, e.g., panties or a tampon. Or somebody wrote this on Wikipedia, and they're like, oh, let's put this out for the public knowledge. Or body parts, e.g., a finger or genitalia. I mean, both of these go from, like, something kind of understandable to something ridiculous.
Fucking-
Panties or tampons or finger or genitalia.
Hey, how was your weekend, Kyle?
Not bad. How was yours?
Not bad, man. I found this dead chick in the woods during a hike, so I removed her tampon, and man, did I...
Oh, man, I didn't know I was hanging out with a fetishistic necrophiliac.
It got me hot. No.
It gets better. We didn't finish the sentence. They remove these things from a corpse for a sexual purpose.
Okay, that's just fucking...
Without engaging in intercourse. No intercourse. They're taking the finger and using it to finger themselves.
I
What
thought
else
I
do you
had
use the finger for?
issues, but after hearing this, I think I'm a normal human being.
You're
Like,
better than some. I mean, I'm guessing the widespreadness, what's the word for that? Like, there must not be a lot of people doing this, but you got all these classifications. It must have happened quite a bit throughout history.
it's gotta have happened.
I mean, it's probably like a 0.01% of people ever do this kind of thing, but it's enough to where they came up with 10 classifications.
You know, this has been going on for hundreds of years. Like, I imagine...
we're talking ancient Egypt. That's like 3,000 years, 4,000 years ago.
I imagine, like, there's got to be some point in history, I don't know what this tells you, but to where you killed somebody and then fucked them just to make them more disgraced. Like, you're like, here, I fucking killed you. Now I'm gonna fuck your body, bitch. Like, you know that's happened. I bet money on it. For sure.
I'm sure. I guarantee.
That's
like pissing on someone's grave, you know?
It's like when you're playing COD and you fucking teabag somebody after you kill them. Like, this is just real life.
All right, let's move on to number 6. This one's a good name. Necrophiliacs. Necrophiliacs.
Necrophiliacs.
Tell me what you think that means without reading it.
You have orgies with dead bodies.
It's got mutilo in it. That must mean like mutilate. I haven't even read what this one means yet.
Oh, you fucking...
People who derive pleasure from mutilating a corpse while masturbating without engaging in intercourse.
Oh, man. Okay, that makes more sense, because that's like some Ted Bundy shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking jerking off while you're sadly cutting
you're
up
into
somebody.
It's sick, but it
arouses you.
Makes some
That
sense.
one makes more sense than some of the other ones we listen to. And this is a very touchy subject. I mean, I feel terrible for anybody who's died and had to deal with this, but...
Well, they're already dead.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's a fucked up way to go, let's just say that.
It's a bad way to go, but I feel like if it were me and somebody was going to rape me, I'd rather have them rape and then kill me. I'd rather have them kill and then rape me.
I would definitely rather be killed and then raped.
Yeah, because you don't know the difference at that point.
Yeah, at that point you don't feel anything. Your soul's somewhere else.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know what happens, but...
All right, this is one of my favorites. Not because I'm into it.
Wait. Do you have something to discuss with me?
No. I'm not a regular necrophiliac. Okay. I'm number 7 on the list. No, this one just stuck out to me when I first read it. This is an opportunistic necrophiliac. Like,
oh yeah, okay.
Can you imagine? We read this one the other day.
We've heard this one. This one still makes me laugh because, like, how can you be an opera?
It's like, I wouldn't do it, but it's right there.
So I was just chilling in my house, and next thing you know, my grandma's dead, and I fucking popped a boner.
Oh, Grandma, I never saw you like this before.
Damn, woman.
Okay. Description. People who derive... No, that's the last one. People who normally have no interest in necrophilia, but take the opportunity when it arises. Now, that's bullshit. Like,
yeah.
There's no way you had no interest in it, but all of a sudden you're like, well... Don't let a good wormhole go to waste. Please. That sounds like a dad that, like, doesn't want things to go to waste because it's a waste of money.
Yeah,
it's like...
That sounds like my fucking dad. Where he'd fill up the fucking condiment bottles when they were empty. Don't let it go to waste, son. He finds a dead body. He's like...
Can't let it go to waste.
Can't let it go to waste. What did I fucking teach you all these years?
Never taught you nothing. You're not my son.
You're not my son. Look, she died in the car accident. You gonna let that wormhole go to waste? That's fucking terrible.
I don't see it. I think that's a fake category.
That's gotta be.
I mean, I can see how that would be your first time when the opportunity arises and you realize it.
Imagine if you were just a sick fuck to begin with. And, like, you knew
you never really thought about necrophilia, maybe?
No. Like, you've probably thought about some really messed up shit. And then you came across somebody dead, and you're like, okay.
Why not?
Why not? They're already dead. I'm not doing
And at that point, you're just a necrophiliac.
Now, think about it, though. What if the opportunistic necrophiliacs were sympathetic? So they're like, well... I'm not raping her, so she's not going to feel anything, and there's no emotion connected to it. She's already dead. Or he, depending on... I'm sure there's women like this, too.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to, like, a philosopher on this idea, because, I mean, after somebody's dead, what you do to their body that's...
There's no emotions connected to it.
Is wrong, but yeah, they're no longer a sentient being. They have no conscience, no...
So what happens?
Consciousness, I should say.
So how is there not a sympathetic necrophiliac on this list? Because you got.
Well, we're not done.
We got to think about that though. Like.
Yeah, it might be somebody that's like very romantic. I mean, there's the romantic one, but
they're just like They're like, they don't want to hurt nobody. They have feelings, but they're just there's something fucking loose in their head.
Yeah.
Like that little wire's loose, and they're just like, well.
Well, there's some stuff later that might get into a little bit of that.
Okay,
when they start describing what people's motivation is. So
all right, let's see what motivates.
We got a couple more of the categories. The next one's regular necrophiliacs, people who preferentially have intercourse with the dead.
Yeah.
That's the
one that everybody knows about, which I never knew there was fucking multiple kinds of necrophiliacs. I always just thought you fuck a dead person, you're a necrophiliac.
Yeah, it's like that guy in The Sixth Sense, I think. I see dead people, but I fuck dead people.
So watch that movie, and next time you watch it, every time
we should make a clip over, like a voiceover of that. Well, not with the little kid. That'd be bad.
That's just... It would be no better than any of these people.
That's true.
I fuck dead people.
Alright, the last two are pretty easy to get through. There's homicidal necrophiliacs. Obviously, people who commit murder in order to have sex with their victim.
If I was going to be raped, that's the way I'd want to go first.
I would too. I mean, if I'm going to get killed anyway, let's save the rape until after.
Exactly.
Can I have murder hold the rape? You know?
Like, wait, don't kill...
Can I have the rape
Just
after
kill
my
me
main
first.
course, please?
God.
Would you like your rape before the meal? No. I would like to be murdered and then raped, please.
No, this isn't a funny subject. We're not trying to make it funny. We are sympathetic for the terrible thing that's happened to people, but...
I mean, I'm sympathetic if this has happened to anybody, but I find that any subject matter, like the just bizarre nature of it, there's something funny to be found in that.
There is something funny to be found in it. And I just want to make it clear that we're not fucking heartless. Like, we're not laughing at people being raped.
No.
Or murdered before they're raped. It's just...
We're just comparing, making
my mind's just
comparisons.
fucking blown that there's multiple different kinds of necrophiliacs out
What
there.
should blow people's mind and my mind, too, is all of this information we've just read and talked about is just a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, and you know this shit really fucking exists.
And it really exists,
Like,
yeah.
there's been billions of people throughout
There's
history.
like 8 billion people right now.
You know some crazy... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then imagine throughout history how many fucked up things have
So
happened.
if there's 8 billion people and only like 0.01% of people are necrophiliacs, what does that number come out to be?
I'm not good at math. Don't put me on the point.
Let's bring up a calculator and just see. 8 billion.
Oh, that's a fucking
It's a million, 800 million, 8 billion.
8 billion.
0.01.
80
million people?
have-
I mean, I'm guessing the percentage is even lower, but
Yeah.
damn, that would be a lot of necrophiliacs.
That's
running
a
around.
lot
That's
of
only
fucking-
0.01%. That's like, that'd be 1 out of every 1,000 people you saw. So if it was more like 1 out of every 10,000, that'd go to 8 million. 1 out of every 100,000 would go to 800,000, and on and on. My guess is it's probably a 1 in like 10 million thing, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But
as we
even
go
if
down,
it's 1 in 10 million, dude, that's still fucking happening. Like,
it's happening enough to where there's a 5-page.
is there
Wikipedia
anything that explains what gives humans the like what makes them click to want to fuck a dead body?
That might get into some of that because we're getting down to the research category. So they have other categories of how they describe it, like cold destructive, cold preservative, warm destructive. I don't even
Well,
really
did
want
we
to go
get through
too
all?
much of that, but
What the hell's the exclusive
all right. So there's